Hey, welcome back to Don't Run with Scissors. I'm Kelly, your favorite Jeep driving lawyer, mom of twins, 4 crazy rescue dogs, and a rescue cat who likes to craft in her spare time. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. It sends me a message, it boosts my serotonin and my self-esteem, and I could use both. And if you are a returning friend, you already know the crazy you're in for, so grab your drink, sit on back, and let's have it. Is busy. Is busy. I'm busy. There's no other way to say it. I just today submitted about 200 pages worth of evidence and response motions to the court on 3 different motions, so that's always fun. So we're just trucking along. And it's all great. And I don't have any qualms. So yeah, I have no haul because I don't have time to shop. I really don't. I mean, I know I need to at some point get to Michael's or something and order some DMC, or pick up some DMC so I can continue working on Oz. I really do need to pick that up again, and get more progress on that, as well as my little sheep thing. He tends his flock. My goal is still to have both of those. At least he tends his flock, if not both of those pieces done by Christmas or shortly thereafter. In planning for next year, I know it's very early. Don't judge me. But in planning, I'm thinking of doing, the little masterpiece stitches. It's a whole big file that you can get from a couple different creators, depending on which one you want to go with, off of Etsy. But it's like famous paintings, like by Monet, Renoir, Van Gogh, etc. But they made them into little cross stitches, and I think I want to do those next year as maybe one a month or something. Or okay, let's be realistic. Thank you, Kim, for speaking to me in my brain. What I will do is I will start one, and when it's finished, I'll just move on to the next one. And that doesn't mean that they're going to be one a month. I don't know. I might get on a roll and get a bunch of them done. I may get one done next year. I don't know. But I think that's what I'm leaning toward. I may do. As well as, again, continuing through my whip list and working through things. So, again, no haul. Will I make it to Michael's this week? Your guess is as good as mine. Really, truly. I don't know. So, one exciting, really, really cool thing. If you're on my Instagram, you've already seen it. It is an amazing piece. I have for countless years wanted an old file card system, part of an old file card cabinet from a library. And the stars aligned with my budget and being available and everything, and the pieces in magnificent condition. It's 32 drawers, which is quite a few drawers really for size wise, and then 2 of the pull out shelves. And it has its own, it came with the legs even. I got to pick it up yesterday. It's gorgeous. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you really should. It's quite fun. You never know what you're going to see. Some days it could be things that my kids eat or made to eat. Some days it could be cross stitch. Some days it could be my Jeep. Some days it's my smiling face while I'm biking. You just never know. Because life. That's how life is. So that is my dream, one of my dream pieces. And I am so excited to get the house together so that I can find a place to really be able to look at it and try and figure out, I don't know what I'm going to put in the drawers. I have no idea. The drawers may sit empty. I don't know. Noel and I were talking about it today, and he actually thought it would be really cool to track down some of the old cards that go in the cabinet, in the drawers, and at least have a few in at least one of the drawers, And I think that's a really cool idea. Um, right now I'm just admiring it. It's stunning. So I guess that is a hall thing. I don't know. And I share this because, like, for me growing up, the public library was a safe spot for me. Like, that was, I knew I wasn't going to get hurt. I knew I wasn't going to get bullied. I knew I was going to enjoy. I love to read. I always have. Even with my learning disabilities, that was just, it was okay to be the smart kid at the library. Like, it was very cool. So, and our library, even when I was a kid, had air conditioning, where my house didn't. So, in the heat of the summer, I could go hang out at the library and stay cool. I know. Anyways, so it reminds me of the fact that there are safe spaces in this. There are safe spots in this world, regardless of um, whatever you've been through. And I want that safe space in my home. I want to feel that in my home. And we all deserve that. So, okay, off my soapbox. Off my soapbox. So, last week, Denise from Black Ribbon Stitch Studio, God love her, had challenged me for my Whip Go poll to try a new craft. And as I discussed last week, that is more of a challenge than I think she realized it would be. Just given I'm 53, I have been crafting since I was itty bitty. Like, I can remember sitting with my grandmother, helping her put like faces on dolls, in their hair, doing embroidery and stuff like that. Even sewing when I was like little. Um, and then my mom back then, you're talking the 70s. My mom during the summer, because she's a single mom, would send us to summer camp where we would do different arts and crafts and things like that. So finding a new craft was really more of a challenge because I also didn't want to pick up something that was going to be stressful to learn or to try. I didn't want to have to invest a lot into something because I didn't know if I was going to like it. I didn't want a bunch of stuff just collecting more dust around the house. So I put on quite a few, like, so on top of already having a very little list of things that I haven't tried that would be easy to get a hold of the supplies for, I put extra burdens on that, and that's due to myself. And as a result, Kim, the Snitch Stitcher, who's a dear friend of mine, Amazon primed me a package, and I guess I do. It's not really stitching related. So for those of you who have been around here forever, know that she sent me a screaming goat that it looks like a little goat, and then when you push the bottom, it screams. I don't think my goat falls over, but its battery is dead, and it takes one of those, like, I call them hearing aid batteries or the button batteries, and I never remember what size it is. So Kim sent me a new screaming goat button, and I got batteries for it, and yeah. So when I'm stressed out, I just hit the screaming goat, um, which would have been really helpful earlier this year when I had no voice. Also in that package was this gorgeous. It's a diamond painting. I actually diamond painted last week. I think I started it on Wednesday, maybe Tuesday. And the kids even tried it with me, and they both enjoyed it. And we have decided that that is something that we would be able to do as a family, like have a craft night, and we'd all work on it. Um, None of us want something huge. None of us want a bunch of them, but we would do it. It was fun. And it actually really was. Now the one that Kim sent to me is, I think I like it because one, it's not full coverage. It's small. It was like not overwhelming with the numbers of different colored little doodads. Um, it took me 2 evenings to do. So, like, and they were, I didn't cross stitch those evenings, which was kind of weird. But I finished it. And see how it's not, like, it's not full coverage. So it was just, like, it's literally, it was just enough. And I actually really enjoyed it. I'm surprised by that. I didn't think I would enjoy it nearly as much as I did. Um, I have this is literally, it came with this and then a package with, now I will say if I'm going to keep doing this again, and Kim and I have talked about this, so I have a bunch of leftover doodads, drills I think they're called, and I got this little plastic tray, which is fine. I would I am going to invest for all three of us, since if we're all going to keep doing them. I'm going to invest in a better one of these thingamajiggies. Is it a stylist? I don't think it is a stylist. It's not a poker, because you don't. I mean, I suppose I could poke somebody. Sticker on her. Whatever this thing is, I want to get a nice one because I can. Because I think that would make it a lot easier. And then I gotta figure out, what do y'all see? This was part of my fears of starting a new craft. What do I do with all these now? And apparently Kim said, and the girls said, I could just kind of cut this out and pop it in a frame. I don't have to do anything. Somebody suggested maybe running over it with a rolling pin just to make sure that they're really stuck down. And I think that's a good idea. But I finished it. And I'm really excited. And it can go on my beach themed wall. And I love it because it's all sparkly and shiny and yeah. So yay me! Okay, so the other thing that I worked on last week was pandemic. Because Julie told me she's got 5 pages done. For the longest time, I was ahead of Julie. Now I'm behind Julie. And that bothers me. I don't know why. It's not like it's a competition. But it bothers me to suddenly be behind her when I wasn't before. But I've been trying to really focus on some other things. And I knew like later in the year I was going to pick this up. Because as soon as Modern Folk Embroidery is done, this was going to be my next big focus piece. So I figured out that 25% is 1 row across. Or she's got 5 pages across. She's got 5 pages done. That's 1 row across, or 25%. Enough said. I'm now, I believe, at 23%. And here's where we are. So I worked a lot. I got all of this flower in. And then this here. So that page is almost done. Almost done. And then we dipped a little bit down just to kind of keep things, I don't know. So I'm pretty close to being caught back up with Julie. I am. With just the regular stitches. Just the regular stitches. Because we all know that I'm a doofus. And I made it full coverage. Which means I'm not at 25% really. But I am. As far as it's not a competition, but it really kind of is in my brain. With Julie in our stages. So the other thing that I've been really focusing on is Modern Folk Embroidery's Fruits of Plenty sale. We started it in January of 2021. I started it in January of 2021. And I'm almost darn near done. I'm at like 93.5%. Like I think I have less than 3,000 stitches left. I really thought that maybe I would have it completed or be a little bit closer than I am right now. Because I also realized that so Kim told me, this spot here, these spots here, your initials go in there. I don't want KR. And there's not enough, it would look weird to do K and RG, which is usually how I sign my initials, is KRG. So I don't know. So maybe I may just do B and W for the Wonder Twins. And I still have to sneak the little squirrel in here. But I got this done and this done. I brought this section down a little bit further. Um, I did. Did I track it down or did Kim say? I now have the number 5. The weird part about it is he charted for the number 5, and I get why he did it, and it makes sense, but it doesn't. So rather than charting, because you're stitching the negative space down here, but he didn't charted to stitch the negative for the 5. He charted, I guess it's the positive space. So my brain has to go through and like convert those stitches. So that's why that little section isn't done. But I did get this section all done. And very clearly, I have started this medallion. So that is really and truly all that's left. I do want to say it's right around 3,000 or just under 3,000. So hopefully, I know it's a jam-packed week. I mean, like, look, I have 7 motions up in the morning. 7. What the heck? 7. So I don't know. If this will be done by next week. I'm really hoping so because I hope to have it by the end of June done, and June ends on Tuesday. So that's all the stitching I did. I know. The boy flies out on Wednesday. I also, I met with the GI specialist, their team that is, so they've now got me with a nurse practitioner who is kind of coordinating my GI team. And so next, on Tuesday morning, I meet with the GI nutritionist. And also then the following week, I think it is, they have a gut brain specialist because there's a lot of interaction with, if your stomach is really wonky, it can create some issues in your brain. So they're trying to, given all of my brain surgeries and stuff, we're going to try some new things there. So I'm super excited about that and how that may help. I'm open to whatever may help. And if you told me I needed to go out on a full moon and howl at it and dance around like Sandra Bullock does with Betty White, when she does Around the Fire, I would be out there if that meant that I felt better. So, yeah. So it's all good. My intern goes back the middle of July to school because she's going to take a class the second half of the summer. And can I just tell y'all, I'm super bummed. This girl is amazing. Everything, like, I've handed her files and just go, this is what we need. We need the paperwork for X. And she goes and she finds, like, she doesn't, I'm like, feel free to ask me whatever she wants. And she has, she's asked questions along the way and stuff like that, but, she comes back and she's on it. I have not had to make a single correction, in anything she's done. I take that back. She had a question about something and I ended up answering the question and we decided, and I clicked a box on a form. She's got great ideas. She's super put together. She's just finishing up her undergrad. And I literally told her the other day, I'm like, I will be honest, the way you're picking up this stuff, law school is going to be, like, I would be thrilled to write you a letter of recommendation for law school. I would be thrilled to have you as a member of the state bar. However, I don't know that I'd want to go up against her. Because she's not going to come to the table not prepared. And in some ways that makes me a better lawyer because I know I can't just skate through. Like, sometimes you just know you can skate through it. It's like, whatever. But yeah, I'm really excited for her future, and it kind of makes me excited to practice law again and to see her excitement about it and all of that. So, like, I think as much as I was stressing out about the whole intern thing, I think it's been a good thing for both of us. And she knows, like, she doesn't live that far from the office. So I've told her if she wants to come back on breaks, or if she, wants to stay on top of, like, what my schedule is, um, and it's a Zoom hearing, we can make it so that she can Zoom in as my assistant, um, to any hearing like that. My judges will welcome that every day of the week. Um, so yeah, we have a trial coming up, and she was in court with that client with me the other day, and she's like, "Is that one in person?" I said, "Yep, it will be in person." Um, and she already has helped me start doing some prep work on that case for that trial. And she was like, "That may be one I really do want to come back and help you with." And I'm like, "Well, if you come back, you can sit at the big kid table with me." And because there's the defense and the plaintiff, like there's the big table. So I call it the big kid table. Um, I'm like, you can come sit at the big table with me and assist me, because I would love that. So I'm, again, super excited. So while it's busy, it's good busy, and I don't have any complaints for the most part. Let's see, Elmo is still down. Hopefully the weather will be a little bit better. We've had horrid heat and horrid storms. And in fact, today at one point it was 103. That doesn't throw me. So whoever sent their heat can come get it, because I don't want it. So hopefully we can figure out Elmo this week. Hopefully we can get some other things moving forward around the house. Like I said, William's gone for 4th of July that week, kind of thing. Like he flies out on Wednesday, he comes back on Sunday. So yeah, so we're just kind of puzzling through. So I'm gonna let you go, and because I need to head to bed, it's midnight, and I have to be up at the butt crack of dawn to be in court. So remember, you are smart, and you are beautiful. You are cherished, and you are brave, and you are loved, you are needed, and you are wanted, and mostly, you matter. So if you need me, reach out to me, and I will get to you. I will make sure I return your message, and we'll go from there. Bye, y'all.